Good evening, Shubha Sayankalam. Sampradaya Pathshala welcomes you all to the Yoga Satsang Session 6. The best moment to practice yoga is when you don't have time for it. It's a very famous quote. I've heard from many people who practice yoga, which couldn't understand as to how. But later, during the course of time, attending these sessions, got to know what it meant was. So you all need not worry. Even if you also don't have time, we are here to pull you up and make sure you do yoga to stay fit through these yoga satsangs. Expert says yoga teaches you how to listen to your body. That's the magic of yoga. And to teach us how, we have our experts, the two beautiful ladies, Dr. Kanakadurga Garu and Miss Harita. So I call upon Dr. Kanakadurga Garu to give us more insights on this stress management, episode 2. I request Kanakadurga Garu to unmute. I guess it's gone into mute.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sadhna. Very kind of. Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Chandrasekhara Yatindra Sastinam Shantantaranga Kalitakhila Bhaukanam Kanchi Puri Sthita Mahonnata Kamakoti Pithim Upashitavatam Charanatupase Sri Jayendra Yatindra Sastinam Shantantaranga Kalitakhila Bhaukanam Kanchipuri Sthita Mahonnata Kamakoti Upashitavatam Charanatupase Sri Shankara Vijendra Yatindra Sastinam Shantantaranga Kalitakhila Bhaukanam Kanchipuri Sthita Mahonnata Kamakoti Upashitavatam Charanatupase Jai Jai Shankara Hara Hara Shankara Sumakasheka Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodarashta Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhiksho Falchandro Gajananaha Sumakasheka Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodrashta Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhiksho Falchandro Gajananaha Vakratunda Shurpakarna Heram Baskanda Purvajaha Shodashetani Namani Yah Patet Shruniyadapi Vidyarambe cha Vivahe cha Praveshe Nirgame Tatha Sangrame Sarvakaryeshu Vignastasya na Jayate. With pranams to Lord Ganesha, I would like to say a few words. In Ayurveda, we have mentioned so many leaves. For Vinayak Chaturthi, they do Patri Puja. They collect so many leaves, of which Tulsi, Bilva, these are the leaves which I use, Brahmi. I remember as a small child when we used to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi at home, the first thing my father would give us this big list of leaves and say, go and search all over, bring those leaves for the puja. And he would give us the list, and then we would go searching. We lived in a old British estate, so he used to work in a company in GKW. So we used to go searching for those leaves. Those leaves are very important for Ganesha because he is the god for all the medicines, for all the herbs. He is the god who takes care of our past, our present and future. With pranams to him, I would like to say a few words. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the first sutra says, Atha Yoganushasanam. Yoga is nothing but samadhi, where the mind is concentrated and there is complete peace. In Bhagavatam, even Krishna, Sri Krishna Paramatma, Even he used to go to Sandipani Ashram, and he had done Brahma Sadhana, Yoga Sadhana as a part of his training. So yoga is very important because yoga is chitta vritti nirodha, and it helps us in the mind. In the mind, just as I said in Ayurveda, we have sattva, raja, and tama. This is how the mind is described. If you take a kaleidoscope and look at the kaleidoscope, you will see small pieces of glass, bangles. They make different permutations and combinations. Similarly, the mind gets so many different combinations and permutations with the sattva, raja, and tama guna. They are predominant sometimes, they get reduced sometimes. It's all a play of the gunas. So the gunas are a very important study to understand the mind. To understand psychology, it's very simple: sattva, raja, and tama. So shuddha sattva, shuddha raja, and shuddha tama. You can see that in your own life, day-to-day routine. Sometimes, when you have to, do something important, you get afraid. You don't feel like doing it. You're scared. That is tama. You feel lazy. You don't want to do it. Sometimes you're angry with somebody. That's passion. You're very upset and you're hostile. That's raja. Then there is sattva, shuddha sattva, when you're so much involved in the inside peace that nothing in the world, nothing can affect you. That is Parama Pujya Periva. When you see him, he's always in Shuddha Sattva. That is why when we are so much in turmoil, turbulence, because wherever you see there is the lockdown and there's so much of tension, instead of watching the COVID news, watch a few videos of Pujya Shri Periva. That will itself give us the peace which we are seeking for. You can see Mahaperiva's videos, you can see Puru Periva's, you can see Balaperiva. We have such a big anthology of videos. It gives immediate peace, and we connect with the higher source just by looking at a few seconds of it. So in the mind, the mind, there are many types of mind. One of them is Kshipta. Kshipta means it's restless. Moodha, dull, the dull kind of mind. Vikshipta, distracted. Ekagra, one-pointed. Niruddha, that is focused, totally focused. So to attain samadhi, that is to attain yoga, only the ekagra and the niruddha, that is the focused and the mind which is beyond even the focus, which is completely inward. Those are the main essential ingredients for yoga. Now, the dilemma which we are going through, even Sri Krishna Paramatma and Arjuna went through this. Arjuna, he asked Sri Krishna in the third chapter, if you see, he's asked Sri Krishna, how do we control the mind? Asamshayam mahabaho mano dunnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha guhyate. He says, Sri Krishna Paramatma himself is telling Arjuna that Arjuna tells Krishna first. Arjuna says, Asamshayam mahabaho. Oh, he says that the mind is so difficult to control. So what is the way to control the mind? So the answer to that is vairagyena abhyasena, steady practice and detachment, which the students of Sampradaya have been doing and showing and illustrating to us. So I wanted to tell you some herbs, some kashayas, some fruits which are good to de-stress. So the fruits that are very good are apples, because apple has got a lot of vitamin A, B, C, it's got potassium, it's got phosphorus, and it's very good for the brain and nerves. Along other than apple, we have pomegranate. Pomegranate is an antioxidant. It's very good for anti-aging. We have grapes. Grapes help in the blood circulation. These are the fruits which are easily available, and usually you used to use the seasonal fruits. What are the seasonal fruits? They give us the best benefit. That's written in Ayurveda. The fruit which is in season should be used. Don't try to get some exotic fruits, some strawberries or which are exotic, which don't grow in your own area. Those fruits are not required. The body will take the fruits which are available. Mausambi, sweet lime, it's high in vitamin C. So vitamin C, even Nartangai, which is very, very good for health. Nartangai skin itself has 16 medicinal herbs, medicinal qualities in it. We have orange, we have amla, they're high in vitamin C. So these are some of the fruits one can use. Kashaya, what kashaya can you make? Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is very good in vitamin B complex and it's an immunity booster. It's very good to give good sleep. So any of these herbs like ashwagandha, you take 1 teaspoon of the herb, put 1 cup of boiling water, put 1 cup of water, boil it till it becomes at least half the quantity, filter it and use it. Don't use white sugar. White sugar, white milk and white flour, that is maida, they're not good for health. So you use jaggery or you use honey, sweeten it and drink it. We have very, very good dry fruits, apricots, almonds, figs. Figs are very, very good in growth for children. So children who are growing up and who take figs regularly, it's very good. It gives good blood supply. Almonds are very good food for the brain and for the nervous system. Dates are very high in calcium. So these should be a part of your daily, sadhana, along with the sadhana which we do. Today I was talking to my elderly professor. He said, Amma, the sattva mind is okay, but you need to do something for the body. You have to take care of the body. The time has come when the body has to be taken care of. You can have a sattvic mind with the grace of the God, but you need to do something for the body. So when you do the yoga sadhana, when you take care of every single thing that you eat, see that it's not giving imbalance in the dosha dhatu mala. Dosha dhatu mala is simple. Just a few days ago, somebody was telling me that there's a lot of constipation. So what happens due to constipation? The toxins remain in the body, they remain in the colon, and they they keep on doing toxicity in the body. And that toxicity, when it spreads to the joints, it gives joint pains. When it spreads elsewhere, it gives digestive problems. When it spreads to the brain, it gives dullness. So constipation is one of the things which we ignore, but we should not. So we have figs. If you take about 4 figs, soak it, eat the soaked fig, drink the water. You have raisins. If you soak the raisins and take daily. If you have papaya, papaya is a miracle fruit. If you take half a papaya daily, it will help. Now we have good culinary herbs, coriander, mint, curry leaves. If you go to Bombay, you'll see everybody running to the road and eating bhel puri. The bhel puri, my father used to always say, analyze what is good outside and make it at home. Make the same road food at home. And we used to sit patiently and make the same roadside food at home in a healthy manner. And he used to be very pleased. So the coriander, curry leaves and mint chutney. It's a boon. Pregnant people also taking them don't get folic acid deficiency. You make a chutney of this. You can put some sour item like green mango in the season, or tamarind, or lemon. But you keep this fresh chutney with you and daily eat it with the rice, with the idli, with the dosa, whatever you eat. You are sure to feel very lively and fresh because it's fresh, live food. The body craves for fresh food. So these herbs are invaluable. So in Indian cooking, we have all these things. Our kitchen is our laboratory. We find all these things, and you just have to take a little bit patience and cook. Because when you cook, you're doing it with a lot of love. When you remember the Chandamaleshwar Swami Prasadam, which you eat every day when you cook, then you're humbled because you know that you cannot, you're just cooking in your small kitchen, and there the Lord, the Prasadam feeds so many people, and it's so nourishing for the body, mind, and soul. So these are a few things I wanted to say. Another thing I wanted to say is, it is Vinayak Chaturthi today. So Lord Ganesha is a Lord he knows about our past, he knows about our present, he knows about our future. He removes all obstacles. And what better time than now when Lord Ganesha is being worshipped? to get his blessings and the blessings of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham. And today is Gauri Habba in Karnataka, where I am. Today is Gauri Habba, Ambal's Day, where everyone celebrates Parvati Devi's festival. We even Lakshmi Garu has arranged for Gauri Dashakam to be sung today. A few words about Gauri Dashakam. Pujya Sri Swamiji had once told in Bangalore when he came, he was telling a small, there was a small group of people standing near him, and there was this great Upanyaskara, and Periva told him, he said, do you know about Gauri Dashakam? And we were all agog, waiting and listening. And Periva said, and Periva sang. He sang the same words of Gauri Dashakam in front of, he was telling that Upanyaskara. The way they sing it in Kashmir is, Leela Rabda Sthapita Lupta Khilokam. And there he pointed to Savitri Ranganathan. Savitri Mami has coached so many people in Bangalore. The whole Narayaniam, everybody is reciting Narayaniam. He pointed to her and he said, these people have come all the way for the Vishwashanti Homa to Kashmir, and they have sung this song. And this is how we introduced the Gauri Dashakam. So let us get the blessings of Lord Ganesha and Gauri by contributing liberally to Sampradaya School to have a good start to the days ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kanakadurga Garu. I now request Ms. Harita to start her presentation on stress management through yoga.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karnalayam. Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Jai Jai Shankara, Har Har Shankara. Last week we discussed about symptoms, types of stress, relaxation techniques for stress management. Today we are going to discuss in depth about stress. Yoga for stress management. Indeed, stress symptoms can affect your body, your thoughts, feelings, and your behavior. Being able to recognize common stress symptoms can help you manage them. Stress that's left unchecked can contribute to many health problems, such as high blood pressure, heart diseases, obesity, and diabetes. Stress induced by hormone called cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone because of its role in the body's stress response. Cortisol can help control blood sugar levels, regulates metabolism, and help reduce inflammation and assist with memory inflammation. Cortisol is the main hormone involved in stress and the fight or flight response. This is a natural and productive response to a perceived threat or danger. Increased levels of cortisol result in a burst of new energy and strength. Effects of excess cortisol to the body: decreased metabolism, depression, hypertension, chronic fatigue, sleep deprivation, migraine, tunnel vision, acid reflux disease, hostility, hunger, arthritis, decreased immune system. These are the effects of excess cortisol to the body. In the activation of stress system. In our brain, hypothalamus generates nerve impulses, which enter into spinal cord, by which adrenal gland gets activated. This cause of release of cortisol, release of catecholamines to the blood vessels, which affects the increased heart rate, liver, and decreased digestive system activity, high blood pressure, and dilution of bronchitis. Stress can strike silently at multiple sites of the body. It affects brain, cardiovascular, joints and muscles, immune system, skin, gut, and reproductive systems. Stress induces diabetes by increasing the levels of cortisol, which leads to the increase in insulin levels. The stress is also cause of weight gain. The three ways stress is connected to weight gain. Cortisol exists the central nucleus of the amygdala, the major part of the emotional brain. The cortisol magnifies the satisfaction you get from pleasurable or compulsive activities such as eating sugary foods. Cortisol increases the amount of fat deposited in the abdominal area. This is what we see most often in the women who have adrenal imbalance. Stress management. Stress is unavoidable in today's world. However, you can avoid negative outcomes of stress with exercise, meditation, proper sleep, planned nutrition. Also monitor your health parameters to prevent complications triggered by stress. Stress management in our life. Meditation through deep breaths, exercise like walking or running, time in nature, relaxation, sleep well, connect socially, eat well, and reduce caffeine. Make list prioritized tasks. Yogasanas for stress management, Vakrasana, half spinal twist pose, regulates the segregation of digestive juices, improving digestion and combating constipation, massages the abdominal organs and helps reduce belly fat, makes the spine flexible, it strengthens the back and helps with the chronic back or shoulder pain. Those who are suffering with the ulcers, slip disc, severe pain, spine and shoulders or hip injury should avoid this pose. And Vajrasana. Vajrasana we discussed about. Last week we discussed this. This is good for digestion. Those who are suffering with the knee problems, ankle problems, and recent surgeries of legs or waist should avoid this. The next series of Vajrasana, Balasana. This is child pose. This is very good for stress management and anxiety. Helps relieve fatigue. Helps lengthen and stretch out the spine. It stimulates the digestion and elimination. Suffering from knee injuries or diarrhea should not do this asana. Those suffering from high blood pressure should not practice this one. Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta Baddha Konasana helps to relieve stress and mild depression, menstruation and menopause. Stretches the inner thighs, groins and knees. Stimulates the heart and improves circulation. It stimulates abdominal organs like ovaries, prostate gland, bladder and kidneys. Groin or knee injury people should avoid this asana. You can do with the props with the help of blankets. Setu Bandhasana. This is bridge pose. It helps to alleviate stress and mild depression, improves circulation of blood. It calms the brain and central nervous system. It stimulates lungs and thyroid glands and abdominal organs. It improves digestion also. Those who are suffering with the neck injury, shoulders, or cervical spondylitis should avoid this asana. Or migraine problem and women, those who are pregnant should avoid this asana. Ardha Kati Chakrasana, half wheel pose. Lateral thoracic muscles are stretched and blood supply to them increased. And it improves lungs capacity and stimulates pancreas and controls high blood pressure. Those who are suffering with the spinal problems or abdominal surgery, slip disc, should avoid this asana. And Savasana, this is very good for stress management. With Savasana, today we are going to do breathings, Sahaja Pranayam and Savasana. Today, we are going to these asanas along with preparatory poses. Now, a small prayer with Patanjali. Sit in Sukhasana. Join your both palms in Namaskar Mudra. Now slowly close your eyes. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sarirasya Cha Vaidyagena Yopakarotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjali Janatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasidharinam Sahasrasira Samsvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Now slowly open your eyes.
We will now start with some hand asanas which will loosen the muscles in the hands and remove any tension in the muscles.
Hands up and down. Inhale, slowly raise your both hands, palms facing outside, and exhale, down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, raise your hands, and exhale, release. One more round. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Relax. Now, forward and backward stretch. Now, inhale, take your both hands, palms facing each other. Inhale, take your both hands back and exhale, forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, take your both hands back and exhale, forward. Inhale and exhale and slowly relax.
We're now going to do neck exercises which remove the stress in the neck muscles.
Now, forward and backward bending. With the exhale, slowly bend your neck forward. And inhale, Take your neck back as far as possible. Exhale. Forward. Inhale. Back. Repeat this 5 rounds. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Slowly come to normal position. Next, right and left bending. Now slowly exhale, bend your neck. Right side, ear to shoulder. Don't strain your neck. Bend as far as possible. Inhale, come to center. And exhale, left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right side. And inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right side. And inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Now inhale, come to center. Now right and left twisting. With exhalation, you have to twist your neck right side, chin to shoulder. Take your chin to equal to your shoulder. Inhale, center. And exhale, left side. Repeat this 5 rounds. Inhale, center. Do it very slowly. Observe your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, center. And exhale, right side. And relax.
The next asana is knee bending.
Now stretch your both legs. And now slowly come to Dandasana. Your back should be straight. Now slowly exhale, bend your right knee. And inhale, release. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, fold your knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and release and relax.
The next pose is Vakrasana. Vakrasana is very good for diabetes and it removes all stress in the body. It's very good for the liver and kidneys. Vakrasana.
Now slowly fold your right leg with exhalation. Take your left hand over the right knee. Now try to catch your right toe finger and slowly turn your right side. Take your right hand support on your spine and back and take 5 normal breath. Inhale and slow exhalation. Repeat this 5 rounds. And slowly release and come back to Dandasana. Now with exhalation, you have to fold your left knee and take your right hand over the left knee and try to catch your toe finger. Take your left hand support. Turn your left side. And maintain this position 5 to 10 breaths. Take normal breathe in, breathe out. Now release and relax. We'll do one more time. Now fold your right leg with exhalation. Take your left hand over the right knee. We have to twist our body, twist our spine. Take your right hand support and try to catch your toe finger. Those who are doing at the first time, no need to catch your toe finger as far as possible. You can twist your spine like this. You have to twist and maintain this position 5 to 10 breaths. Toe catching is not compulsory. You can do observe your body and do yourself. Now left side. You have to fold your left leg with exhalation. Take your right hand over the left knee. You can do like this. Those who are doing at the first time, just twist your spine. And take normal breathe in, breathe out. And slowly relax and come back to your position. We'll do one more time. Fold your left leg with exhalation. Take your left hand over the right knee and try to catch your toe finger. And with exhale, turn your right side with the help of right hand support. Your chin should be equal to your shoulder. Normal breathing, breathe out. And slowly release. From opposite side, with exhalation, fold your left leg. Take your right hand over the left knee. Try to catch your toe finger. With the help, twist your spine with the help of left hand. And slowly turn your left side. Your chin should be equal to your shoulder. Take normal breathing, breathe out. Do it very slowly. Now slowly release and relax.
After going to the intermediate pose of Vajrasan, our team will now demonstrate Balasana. Balasana is very good to remove anxiety and stress. The blood circulation improves to the brain and the head. It gives instant relaxation. Balasana.
Now, with exhale, fold your right leg first, then left leg. This is Vajrasan. You can do this asana after meals. This is very good for digestion. Now slowly, knees apart. Take your both hands on between the knees. Now slowly exhale. Take your both hands and bend forward. Take normal breathing, breathe out.
Balasana means child pose.
Now slowly inhale. Come back to your position. And slowly come to Vajrasan. We'll do one more time. Knees apart. Your buttock should be touch on the floor. Now slowly take your both hands. Slowly move your hands in front and touch your forehead to ground. Breathe in, breathe out. This is very good for stress. Maintain this position 5 to 10 breaths. And slowly come back to your position. And come to Vajrasana.
She's now going to demonstrate Supta Baddha Konasana.
Now slowly release here. Vajrasana. Now lay down on your spine. Now come to Savasana. Then you fold your both legs, join your soles. Those are knee problem or hip problems. You can do with using your props, blankets. Now relax your breath.
Posture is very good to prevent menstrual pain during the cycle. It's also very good for the kidneys.
Now slowly release. We'll do one more time. Now with exhalation you have to fold your right leg. Then you fold your left. Join your soles. And take relaxed breath. Now slowly come back to your position. And relax.
The next asana, which she's going to demonstrate, is Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. This is very good for the back, very good for the back muscles. Setu Bandhasana.
Now slowly fold your right leg with exhalation. Then you fold your left. Take distance from your legs. Take 1 feet distance or take your hip distance. Now try to catch your ankle. If it is not possible, no need to catch. You can take your both hands on the floor, palms facing down. Now inhale, slowly lift your trunk part. Your body looks like a formation of bridge. Take normal breathe in, breathe out. Now exhale, slowly release. We'll do one more time. Now try to catch your ankle. Inhale, slowly lift your trunk part. Don't strain your neck and shoulder. Take normal breathe in, breathe out. Now exhale, slowly release and relax in Savasana.
She will demonstrate Sahaja Pranayama in Shavasana with one hand on the chest and one hand on the abdomen to accentuate the breathing. Just to understand the breathing. Shavasana with Sahaj Pranayama.
Inhale, bulging up your stomach. Exhale, sinking down. Take your right hand on your abdomen and left hand on your chest. Inhale, bulging up your stomach. Exhale, shrinking down. Repeat this breathing 10 rounds. Observe your breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale. And relax.
Next, we have the standing series of asanas.
Now slowly take your right hand back and turn your right and slowly stand in Samasthiti position.
Again, we do some loosening asanas to loosen the tension in the muscles, to help massage the nerves, to improve the blood circulation.
Leg movement, forward and backward movement. Take your hands on your wrist and take your right hand forward and backward. Do it very slowly. Take your leg back and front. With exhalation, do it very slowly. Balance your body. And slowly release and relax. We'll do opposite leg. And slowly inhale, take your leg front and back. Normal breathe in, breathe out. Try to balance on single leg. And relax. Now, side to side. Inhale. Raise your right leg up and slowly down. You can do as far as possible. Do it very slowly. Now left leg.
There should be no stress or strain or pain while doing any asanas. No jerky movements. Please do it gently and do it one time first and then slowly build up your practice. Practice alone will make you perfect.
Relax.
We will now relax in Shavasana.
Now lay down on your spine. Close your eyes. Legs apart, hands apart, palms facing up, and observe your breath.
We are going to listen to the Gauri Dashakam. लोकातीतै योगी श्रेणी समान द्युतिपुञ्जा गौरी मंगुरु अहमीदे गौरीं अम्बामम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे प्रत्याहार ध्यान समाधि स्थितिभाजा नित्यं चित्ते निवृत्ति काष्ठां कलयन्ती सत्य ज्ञानानन्दमयीं तां तनुरूपां गौरीम् अम्बामम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे गौरीम् अम्बामम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे चन्द्रापीडानन्दितमन्दस्मितवक्त्रां चन्द्रापीडालङ्कृतनीलालकभाराम् इन्द्रोपेन्द्राजर्चितपादाम्बुजयुग्मां गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे आदिक्षान्ता अक्षरमूर्त्या विलसन्तीं भूते भूते भूतकदम्ब प्रसवित्रीं शब्द ब्रह्मानन्दमयीं तां तटिधाबां गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे मूलाधारा धुत्तितविद्या विधिरन्ध्रम् सौरं चान्द्रं व्याप्य विहार ज्वलिताङ्गीं ज्ञेयं सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतनुस्तां सुखरूपां गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे नित्यः शुद्धो निष्कल एको जगदीशः साक्षी यस्याः सर्गविधौ संहरणे च विश्वत्राण क्रीडनलोलां शिवपत्नीं गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीदे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे यस्याः कुक्षौ दीनमखण्डं जगदण्डं भूयो भूयः प्रादुरभूतोत्थितमेव पत्न्या सार्धं ताम्रजटाद्रौ विहरन्ति गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे यस्यामोतं प्रोतमशेषं मणिमाला सूत्रे यद्वत् क्वापि चरं चाप्यचरं च कामध्यात्मज्ञानपदव्यागमनीयां गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे नानाकारैः शक्तिकदम्बैर्भुवनानि व्याप्य स्वैरं क्रीडति येयं स्वयमेका कल्याणीं तां कल्पलतामान् अतिभाजां गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे आशापाशक्लेशविनाशं विदधानां पादाम्बोजध्यानपराणां पुरुषाणाम् ईशामीशार्धाङ्गहरां ताम् अभिरामां गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे प्रातः काले भावविशुद्धा प्रणिधानात् भक्त्या नित्यं जल्पति गौरी दशकं यः वाचां सिद्धिं सम्पदमग्र्यां शिवभक्तिं तस्यावश्यं पर्वतपुत्री विदधाति गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे लीलारब्धा स्थापितलुप्ताखिललोकाम् लोकातीतै योगिभिरन्तश्चिरमृग्याम् बालादित्य श्रेणी समान द्युतिपुञ्जाम् गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे गौरीम् अम्बाम् अम्बुरुहाक्षीम् अहमीरे
Thank you, Kanakdurga Garu, for such a beautiful recitation of the stotram.
Now slowly take your right hand back, turn your right side with the help of left hand and slowly come back to Sukhasana. Now slowly join your both hands on Namaskar Mudra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kakshit Dukkha Bhaveet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Jai Shankara, Har Har Shankara. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Before we end the program, Harita, there have been messages for you
Yes, ma'am.
asking for a session devoted to seniors who cannot sit on the floor. So please keep that in mind. And another one, they requested for breathing exercise for strengthening lungs will be a good help. Then the other question, the message they've sent us, most seniors have a fall due to losing strength in leg muscles and have knee problems due to osteoarthritis. A session on that will be helpful. So these are just few requests that we have got. So along with stress management, for people who cannot sit down with an ankle problem or any other related problems, they have requested for a session.
Definitely we'll do, ma'am. Do next session.
Yeah. So now.
Thank you, ladies, for such a knowledgeable and beautiful session. The benefits of yoga is just not for telling someone. Rather, we should do and feel it. That's where the reality is. As yoga is not just about the self-improvement, it's about the self-acceptance. That's where you can know yourself. So thank you all for accepting our invite and being part of the session. So enjoy the rest of your day with a wonderful takeaway from these sessions. I once again thank you, Dr. Kanakadurga Garu and Ms. Harita for these beautiful sessions. Jai Jai Shankara, Har Har Shankara. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
Thank you, Lakshmi.